about prompt engineering, you all went ahead and saw that there are more than 480 AI models that exist as of today. And what you have been able to learn in the last 2 hours is already something that a lot of people do not know as of now. And now we are going to get into tools. So, Divij, I think we can get started once again.
Perfect. I think thanks, Funny, for a complete overview and for the song. I really liked it. And a lot of people might be thinking how it was a customized song. They want to see everyone back in 5 minutes. So that is already there in our presentation today in my session. I'll be teaching you how to generate these kind of songs. And I think the one Funny played was really great to hear. So let's get started. Perfect, right? So now we have learned, I think, all the, if I am very, on a very high level, if I give a quick summarized version, what Funny already talked about, we now know LLM, we now know how large language model works at the backend, right? That five-step process. We know why prompting matters, why the context matters in my prompting and role, right? Role definition and all that stuff. That is clear. And when to choose reasoning model and when to not use reasoning models, what is the basic difference in all that stuff, right? So now we are very much into the AI part that, okay, now I understood AI, right? Now I understand the fundamentals of AI, what we have covered, and I know the possibilities as well, right? Possibilities means I can generate text, I can generate images, I can generate videos. By the way, videos, right? I think we went on to the break, and meanwhile, Sora was generating a video for us. Let us quickly see if that is done, right? Yeah, so this is done, right? I wanted this as to be my prompt, right? A futuristic sci-fi themed hackathon setup where multiple people are working, right? And I can see a very good setup, right? A lot of AR also coming into the picture. But right now, the one thing that is missing is the right background, some inspirational beats kind of a music where people can be charged up to participate in without music. I can download this video, and now in the next, when we are exploring the AI tools, I'll show you which is the best tool to create an songs or background music for your these kind of videos, right? But yeah, I can edit the prompt, I can reuse it, but it is perfectly doing the job, right? I am personally liking it. Quick 10 seconds video I can download and send it as a teaser to our hackathon. Right, so that's what we have learned, right? That's I was summing it up that we are now looking on the third or the last phase of our today's session. I mean, my session, which is building an AI toolkit, right? Because now we are on the application part of it, right? We have understood the space, we have understood the big picture. What are the capabilities? Now give me the tools, right? Give me the tools that which I actually use so that I can become more productive in my niches, right? ChatGPT is a general tool, right? ChatGPT can solve, give you an article, it can give you code, it can give you this, it can give you that. It's a generic tool. All of these, right? Gemini, your DeepSeek, all these are generic tools. But when it comes to specific niches, we have to build our own AI toolkit based on what kind of work really matters to us, right? What kind of a problems you are working on, and that might vary between yours and I. I mean, your problem might be different, mine can be different, but these are some buckets. Sorry about that. Right? These are some buckets which are common across, you can say, all of us. Right? Why I'm saying that productivity. We all want to increase our productivity. So, what are the best tools? We'll look at that. And these are some tasks which we do on the daily basis, right? Research kind of a thing, slicing and dicing of the data, right? How we can learn faster and all that stuff. So we have divided it and the specific niches like I was talking about video creation, right? Video creation using AI, which should have a proper storyline, scene by scene breakup. That you have a separate session for that, right? When you will learn about this. But this will help you with making your own toolkit. Plus, one more, I would say, the advantage and the last that I'll share with you is, or I would say the resource that I'll be sharing with you is how to find your niche, right? So, I mean, if you ask me that, hey, Divij, can you give me any tool through which I can do a financial kind of a thing, right? Stock market and finance related things. If you are into that profession, right, you will come to me, hey, I'm an interior designer. Can you give me some tools which I can use for my interior designing, right? Still, I don't have work, right? I am not working in interior designing and all. This is not my profession. But I'll give you one tool, or I would say one link where you can find these tools, right? So that's at the end of our session, so that all of you are staying till the end and you are getting that access to that tool. Perfect, right? So now we are on productivity. That's the first bucket. And a very simple, plain vanilla task is simply replying to emails, right? We use AI a lot of times now to generate the replies, right? So one way is what we usually do, right? We usually go to our inboxes, we get the, you can say email, we copy paste to ChatGPT, get the email back, and then paste, copy the response and send it across, right? That is one traditional. But if I want to use something in Gemini, right, I have this quick help me write button where I can type in and click on create, right? So it is helping me to draft an email within my Gmail inbox itself, right? So that's how the positioning of this particular tool is, that it will help me save my time. I don't have to do a lot of back and forth. Second most advantageous thing is here is I can summarize my entire mail thread, right? So example, this is the use case, like say you have a customer support team, right? You are getting a lot of emails from your customers. Now, like multiple people are working, right? So there are already 10, 20 emails which got exchanged in that thread. I can simply click on summarize this email and I get date wise description what was discussed in that, right? So I'll save my much more time not going into the depth of all my these tools, right? I can directly get that, okay, uh, how can I save my time with this kind of a setup where I just get a summarized version of it. Correct? Though that was a very simple use case, how can I have it summarizing email correctly? And we use Gemini for that. Right? So Gemini, you can definitely go about it and have it signed up. It is free for I think 1 month. You will get a free subscription to all the tools, and you can do that. Right. Next is how you can make use of AI videos and use it. I think I have open Gemini. I mean, how can you save your time by utilizing your YouTube videos? I mean, if they are quite long, how can you get a summarized version of it, right? So let me go to my this Pro plan, right? So it is free to use, right? The Pro plan for at least 1 month. You don't have to pay anything. Just to explore about these tools, you can definitely go and check it out, right? So I am into this tool, and let's say I'll get some video. Let me get it. Right? So sometimes there are quite a long. I think yeah, 1 day ago, I think I still have to watch. So I personally love. So I always give this example of Nikhil Kamat's podcast, right? What was I mean, he invite a lot of great people onto his podcast, all the CXOs level, and get the real insights. And this came 1 day ago. I'm promoting his video on this call, but yeah, I am personally right. So if I want to get a summarized version, right? So if I don't have a time, so I can go directly to Gemini and ask summarize this video. I am yet to watch this. So I'll just paste this and it will give me a top summary of this video in my text format along with the timestamp. Right? So I can save my much more time in this case, right? I think I got it right. So what was discussed in this video is the future of work and education, right? So I think I am personally connected with tech side of it. So it's something great for me. GPT-5 and its impact, right? What was discussed, AI in entrepreneurship, AI in the future society, the future of hardware and robotics, right? Someone is also interested in robotics. So that's how it is positioning it, and I can directly jump onto this aspect, right? Let me, and I can do a Q&A also, right? Is there some discussion on job market because of AI? Because of AI, right? So I just want to know. So I can ask Q&A also just to get a quick check what was discussed and what was not. Still, it is saving me a lot of time if I don't have a full time to watch this entire 45 minutes episode. I can get a summary out of it. Yes, Sam Waldman, Nikhil Kamath discussed the impact of AI on the job market. They covered several key points. Positive impact for the ambitious. I think that's what we are also saying, right? If you can adapt to that, adaptability and the new skill, entrepreneurship, the value of human connection. Perfect. right? So I get a lot of great insights what I am want to have in a really quick manner, again saving my time and becoming more productive. Second, I mean third, which we are tool which we are looking at is making AI read or attend meetings on my behalf, right? And the tool name is fireflies.ai. Since we cannot demo it, right? I mean, I cannot have this fireflies into this session, but I'll show you how does it works, right? If you don't know already about it, so you can add your this bot, right, or an attender on your behalf in any meeting across the platform, right? You have Google Meeting, you have Teams Meeting, you have any other tool, right? There are plenty of tools. So if you want to get this Zoom meeting, by the way, Zoom also, so you can get this Firefly on your behalf, attend that meeting, take your notes, take the action items, and once you are done, it will send you an email what you need to take, right? This is similar something we have also built, I would say, right? Within the teams, you have this feature now. It will even, we have made one more step because everything is connected. It will create a story items for us, right? This is what we have done at Microsoft. So once you have discussed it, I will click, it will create a task on my behalf in my to do or what we call it as my board, right? My sprint board. It will create what task I have for my next sprint. So this is one more action item that we have taken. But yeah, it is very productive. If you are not able to attend any meeting, it will take a full-fledged notes for you. Right? You don't have to sit with pen and paper right now. Great, right? So the next very important thing is how to make AI read images also, right? I mean, this sometimes help us really getting those insights when we have images and we struggle with that, okay, how I can extract from image an important information, right? A lot of people don't know about this, right? I talk to people, so they say I always have to put a text. The answer is no. You can use image of, let's say, a dashboard, image of your invoices, and extract a lot of great value from the free GPT-O itself. And I show you, if I attach this image, can you give me top 5 insights out of this dashboard? Right? So let's say I don't have a person, a data analyst, I'm a leader, I'm tracking my financial dashboard, I'm tracking my sales dashboard, I'm tracking my inventory dashboard, supply chain dashboard, all of these dashboards, I can just take a quick look, take a snapshot and send it to an AI tool if it is internal, and I can get my lot of insights, right? How much account receivables, healthy equity ratio, efficient payout day cycle. So what is happening in all these KPIs which are listed here, right? These are my KPIs which stand for key performance indicators, and I am getting all my summary of my dashboard done. Right? And you can ask questions here also, right? Should I be worried about anything? And I can ask all these questions, a follow-up once, and it can take a quick check onto my dashboard and give me the final summary. Right? And potential use cases, as I told you, you have invoice in from which you need to extract the addresses, you need to extract the amount, the date, right? And you want AI to convert it into an Excel file that can be done. Right? You can upload an image and extract all these three fields, make it AI to convert it to an Excel file or your .csv file. It will be able to do that. Great, right? Now we are on our fourth use case in our productivity bucket, which is how will you use AI for your next interview preparation, right? And this step, right, or this particular demo involves lot of steps within one window. So what I want from you is to focus on what I am doing in the same chat and see the steps that I am doing one by one, right? It has a sequential order to follow. So if you are following the sequential order, you'll be able to maximize the potential of AI in your job search. That's what I can guarantee you. And it's one use case which I am demoing, which is the job search and interview preparation. But I'll tell you what are the other possible use cases for which you can use the same steps by just changing the prompt, right? So let me demonstrate it live in front of you. How will I just imagine this? How will I apply to my next job right now using AI? Right? This is I'll simulate on myself, and you can do it back on yours once you are done with the mastermind. Okay, so let me copy all the prompts. And if you are thinking from where you can get these prompts, I think you can get in touch with the team, right? So team will send you at the end of the mastermind. You will get some prompt guides or templates where you can use all of these. Okay, so I'll go to a new chat here, and let's say I'm on my series 4 model only. So what will be the first step, right? First step is what I want AI to know about me, right? All of things about me, what kind of skills I have, how much years of experience I have, what kind of projects I have worked in, certifications I have, right? So either I can type it, or else the best way is I'll attach my resume, right? That's the best way. I'll attach my resume so that it has all the things about me, right? And it is taken care by the AI. Along with the prompt, right? I will start with the role, right? I told you, you are an expert in data sciences and AI. I would like you to review the CV and generate a summary that highlights the most impressive parts of the resume in 3 minutes, right? Why I'm doing this? Because I want AI to have the context about me into this window, right? Into this chart window, right? So now it has all the details about my experience, about Microsoft, what the projects I have worked on, right? What kind of innovations and published papers I have, all that, right? Academic and research, and published multiple papers, awards and recognition, technical skills, and all that stuff, right? So I've got my entire context into this window. Now, next thing is I need to search a job, right? So I'll directly go to LinkedIn, for example. I'll try to get a job, right? So I go to a job, and I'll see which all jobs are there for me, right? So let's say I take up this only, right? And now because I want AI to do all the heavy lifting, what are the things needed and all, right? Experience. So I'll let AI to handle everything for me. I'll just copy this entire job description to make my resume according to this job role, right? That is very much needed. I need to have all these insights into my resume. So what I do, I'll just copy this. I want to apply to this resume, and I come back here in the same window, right? In the same window, I'll just use triple quotes, right? Now the significance of triple quotes is I'm just separating where it is starting and where it is ending, right? Because this is what I've copied as my job description, and now I have to give a prompt as well, right? So my prompt will be something like this, right? Let me copy it. Because I want AI to reshape my resume according to this job application, right? So I'm giving as my career advisor, I would like you to reword the CV I have just given to you. Please tailor it to the following job advert to maximize the chances for getting this interview, right? And include the keywords mentioned in the job post. Why we need the keywords now? Ask this question. There is something called ATS, applicant tracking system, which will help these companies, right? All the big tech giants or all the big companies, I would say, to filter out the resume, right? So they give a score. ATS gives a score to your resume, and the higher the score, the better are the chances, right? So most of the time, people get rejection mails. That is because your resume was not having a good ATS score, right? So you have a lot of applications, or I would say websites, where you can check that score. But yeah, that's what I wanted to include, the keywords which are not mentioned in my resume but are the part of my job description, because I want to learn those skills, right? So now it will redesign my entire resume, right? So it will open a canvas, it will do a very good job in rewriting my resume, and I will spend, I would say, some time in reshaping, maybe making it more compact, more aesthetic one, right? Or which software I use for making, but information I will use it from here, right? Like let's say languages. I don't generally need languages. I mean, I don't put it, right? I mean, I have never put it because I have a lot of other content and I don't want to make my resume going to 3 pages or more than 2 pages, right? So I have 1.5 page max. So I will not put this section in my resume. So I do a lot of these stuff, I mean editing and all, but I got all my keywords to be included now into this resume, right? That is what it has done. So now it has the context about me and where I am applying with all the changes. And once I prepare my resume, I can check the score also, right? You can just type ATS score jobscan.com, right? There are multiple websites, right? There are, I would say, thousands of websites, but I have used JobScan in past. There are all multiple ones, and it is recommended, right, to get a math score of 75% and above. Right, so you can get your score against the job description, right? So once you have tailored your resume, upload the resume, paste the job description, and see what is the percentage match you are getting. Ideally, it should be 75 and above. Okay, right. So now it is done. Let's say I have reshaped my resume. I am perfectly fine with what I have got in. Now the next part would be to get what I want to prepare. Right? I have applied it. Right? I have applied to this with my new resume on this company's website. Now I want to prepare, right? Because there are a lot of skills that I don't have as per this job description. Third prompt will be, I would like you to create a table with three columns. The first is experience required, desired experiences that are not listed in my CV but are there in my job report. Second column should be on the improvement, and third column should be the priority list, right? I want to sort it via priority so that I know what kind of aspects I need to learn first, right? So now it will give me a full priority basis, right? So priority is 10, leading a data sciences team and managerial staff leadership, right? So they are hiring someone who has a leadership experience, but still I am working as an IC, which is individual contributor. 8+ years of experience. I don't have 8+, I have 6.5 or 6.5 plus. I don't have an 8 year plus experience, right? So it is also showing me that you don't have, and Bright is 9, right? So I will get all my strategy, right? Experience with Hadoop. I need to prepare for Hadoop. I should have an experience with AWS, right? Since I am at Microsoft, so I have Azure knowledge, Azure Cloud, but I don't have. So I'll get a quick summary whether it's suited for me or not suited for me, what kind of priority I should be having. So without me wasting much of my time, I'll just delegate it to AI, right? And now the last part. Let's say I learned, right? Let's say I learned Hadoop, I learned Scala also, right? All of these are my big data languages. I learned all this and get to know about what they are hiring for, what they are looking for in this particular job role. I am done with my preparation, right? Next is to have a mock interview also, right? And the last part is how will I schedule a mock interview within the same window, because it has all the context, where I am working, what kind of skills I have, where I am applying to, right, and what all skills I need to focus on. All the things it has. Now I will schedule a mock interview, which will be the last step, and that's how I will prepare if there is an interview lined up. Right, so let me click. Hey, hi, ChatGPT. I am feeling prepared now for this job interview. Can you ask me relevant questions one by one and give me a feedback?
Absolutely. We can go through them step by step. Just let me know which experience you want to tackle first, and I'll give you some feedback on how to approach it.
Yeah, you ask me all the technical questions first and evaluate and give me the feedback on based on my response.
Sure thing. Let's start with a few technical questions that relate to the job requirements. First question, can you describe a machine learning model you built that had a measurable impact on a business problem? Let me know your answer, and I'll give you some feedback on how it aligns.
Okay, so I built a recommendation model which is an hybrid recommendation having both collaborative and content based for the Azure team, and which is already live on the Azure, and we are getting a lot of customers using that recommendation system to recommend them what next product or service they can buy.
That's a great example and very relevant to the job you're aiming for. The fact that you built a hybrid recommendation model that's already live and delivering value to Azure customers is a strong indicator of your ability to create production quality solutions with real business impact. Feedback, this aligns very well with the job requirement of developing production quality models and making strategic.
Right? I think it will go on, give me the entire feedback. I just stopped in, but you can definitely look at the response as well, right? Feedback, this aligns very well, and it will give you the what is an improved version if I would have said it like that. All of that you can see it in the text also once you're done, and you can do it for free, right? So yeah, that was the interview use case. I hope everyone liked that about it. And as I told you, right, which are the other use cases for this thing is you want to pitch your idea right in front of an investor. So you are letting the AI be an expert where they will evaluate your idea, your pitch deck, and grilling you on the questions. What kind of questions you can actually expect in front of an investor, right? So I hope this is very much clear what kind of steps we need to take on the voice side of it, and you got something really new today on this aspect. Great, perfect. Let's move on, right? Okay, now the next on the productivity side is how to have a product photo shoots nowadays with AI, and AI is there to rescue us, right? And one of the there can be multiple, but which I have used is AI, and very simple and plain UI to use with lot of you can say options that already comes once you sign it up, right? You have AI image extender, background replacer, all of that, right? Product photo shoot. So let's say I want to have a product photo shoot. I can either upload something from my library, right? And I can describe it. But let's say I choose from one of these, right? All of these photos which I have. So it will remove the background, it will choose the best lighting, and you can describe your theme based input over here, right? Describe the background. So I think AI will also suggest you that what can be worked well based on the image, right? So this is the bag, right? So I want this bag to be placed on wooden shelf, right? Wooden shelf and aesthetics, right? So you can see and aesthetics of the room. Right, I want to prove, and I think it is showing me all the options also. Urban elaboration, something on that also I was looking at. Right, minimalistic studio, artisan workshop. This is what I was actually looking for when I gave a prompt. Right, so it's already suggesting me few of the suggestions you can either select and travel ready. Right, it is inside some car. So if I can choose this artistic ready also, I can click on generate. Now I will take your product image, remove all the background and try multiple options, give you the four different kind of an images which is well suited for this use case, right? So you can click a photo of your product also and upload it and it will suggest you themes or you can describe it in the prompt, right? So that's a very good tool if you have this kind of ask or task kind of a done, right? Okay, this is the tools addition type of things. Okay, right? I can go to this and use the travel ready also, how it is coming, right? So you can try different themes or you can give it your prompt so that it is appealing to that, right? So you can tell what kind of a background you want for this email and you can download it to use it on your social media, right? Let's wait for it. And for your personal photos, you can remove the backgrounds, you can extend all of that AI. You can convert your any image into your passport images. All of that is being live on this tool. So I use for passport generator I needed to have, right? So this is one image, right? You can add, if you have a logo, right now this image doesn't have a logo because it's coming from this, their example. So they are not using any example, right? So all of the creation, I can see all my below four and the above four as my bag is being placed, right? So now you can you can edit it also by the way, right? So if I click on generate this, let's say I'm liking this, apply to output one slash of eight outputs. Now you have all the settings coming here, how you want to transform, you want to add a brand logo, you want to add some text, right? The text branding, all of that, like what you get on the any editing app like Canva and all, you can get it here and you can use it on the image, right? So anything you want, you can design the entire thing by replacing it. Right, so main things are these AI tools, what they have, so you can generate, right? Text to images already a lot of tools are giving, so you can have all this here as well. Object remover, right? This is also very important. If I want to remove some object from my image, right? A lot of people are coming in. So all these are AI tools which are already live, which are plenty of them to convert, right? This one is coming soon, so you can use this also. Perfect. Right. So now we have an image. Now we are going on to our second bucket, which is our research cross AI. how we can use AI to do an extensive research. And for that, I'll show you one good, again, new tool which is in news, by the way, right? Perplexity. And when it comes to doing a research kind of an activity, it is really good at getting you the relevant answers through trusted sources. Right? Perplexity. And Perplexity also is kind of a search engine, right? They are positioned that they have the best kind of resources when it comes to any of the tasks. And again, you can, I mean, automatically it will select the best model for us, right? I don't have to see which model to choose when. So GPT-5, Gemini, Claude, Grok, O3. So it has all good models, I would say top models, and it will select based on your query which one to choose, right? If you're specifically not changing it. Perfect. Now, this is my input, right? So, see the kind of questions that we want this perplexity to answer, right? This task is completely research oriented. Imagine if I don't have an AI and I want someone, some person to do this research, it will take 4 to 5 weeks easily to get me all these answers, right? I want to start something in coffee business in India, right? Coffee space. But before that, I want to do the whole market research, right? I want to gauge the understanding of this industry. So I have all these questions listed it out, right? What I want an actual AI to do it on my behalf, right? What is an overall size and the growth rate of the coffee market? And I want it real time, right? I cannot afford to have this information coming from last 2 years or 3 years. I want to know what is the market size and what is the CAGR at which it is growing? Who are the major players in this industry and what are their market share? Is there a potential for a new business in the coffee market? So you see the granularity of questions. What are the various channels through which coffee is being sold in India, all the platforms? What type of coffee products are popular? How do cultural and regional differences within India influence, right? This is really important. Why? Because in this space, there is a huge difference when it comes to coffee consumption. Right? On the southern side, people consume more filter coffee and then the trend is high, right? On the north side, it is more of a specialty coffees. Filter coffee is not that famous. Right, so there is a whole traditional shift within our India itself, right? So I want to accommodate that, all of that, what are the recent consumer demographic and so on. So I'm just saying it will go and read all the desired information through various sources and get me the entire output done, right? So it is giving me a charts as well and all that stuff. It is can make it out, right? But I'll get all my answers. So it is an $2.8 billion industry growing at the CAGR of 4 to 9.9% and all that stuff, right? And I can see from where it is coming in. So I can see my resources from where this actually came in, this particular news, right? So I can see by default all the sources also from what authentic sources it is referring to and all that stuff, right? And it has some PDFs or my paper also, right? India Coffee Market Report. So you can see it is going into that much depth research the government websites. Right, this is what I like about Perplexity when it comes to a research part, right? So it is going inside the government PDF, which is an official published report from Coffee Board of India, right? So you can trust that authenticity of this news, or I would say the responses. Right, so I get all my answers of who are the major players, international, strategic, entry and potential barrier, what are the various channels, coffee products, right? I know about coffee industry, so I know there is something called Robusta, there is Arabica beans. I personally love it because I drink a lot of coffee, by the way, right? So it is instant coffee, chicory, specialty coffee, right? There are good brands in Arabica and all that stuff, and you have a demographic. I think regional one also, yes. Right? Historical coffee, heart Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, filter coffee dominates the mood. And now I can ask a follow-up question as well. What is the percentage of people who are drinking and all that Q&A I can do it. But initial research it can give us, right? Other tools are Gemini Deep Research, which is also absolutely stunning when it comes to research. And we have a ChatGPT Deep Research, which is on a lower side, I would say, right? If you ask me, Which one I will choose? I'll choose the deep research from Gemini, or I'll choose it from the perplexity. Both are really good. Great, right? So now the next is how we can conduct an SEO audit, right? This is also very much needed. How I can get a research for my website, what kind of a blog I can have, which should have a keyword research to accommodate my search engine optimization, right? Why it is important? Because search engine optimization involves to have a real-time keywords information, right? So if I have the keywords information, like what people are searching on the internet, what is the volume of that search, all of that details, if I can get, I'll be in a very good position to write my blog post, right? And right now, if you have used ChatGPT, right, all of that, it cannot give me, right? I think it cannot give me, but once, let's say, they introduce this feature, any AI tool comes with the real-time keyword research, these tools again will go vanish, right? Because they are right now ChatGPT doesn't give me, right? If I ask what are some keywords, top keywords on Google, right? What are some top, it will just have its name because it is not connected to any of these tools. What are some top keywords which people are searching in AI space? Right? It will give me a very generic response, but it will not be coming from any of the tools, right? So it is just searching the web, searching the websites, but not the tools, right? So it is best of AI writing, best of AI maths, which is very generic, right? Something coming from Google Trends, which is just good resource. But if I want some tools like SEMrush, I need some tools like Market News to be coming in. So then we have a dedicated AI tool, which is the Right Sonic in our case, and it can help us writing the articles, which has the AI component towards it, right? I'll quickly show you, and then I will show you the output also. So let's say I want to type on any of the topic, right? So it is giving me few options, but let's say how AI will change the workforce, right? I want to, right? I'm writing an article on this. My company is into training and all, right? That stuff. So I want to have a quick blog post on this, right? Now you can imagine this is a real world application of prompting only, right? So it is giving me what kind of article I want to write. So instead of getting a text, I am getting a UI UX inside that. But it's a whole prompt based application. I mean, if you give me, I would say 3 to 4 hours, it's just a live coding project. You can easily create it. You just need to integrate something which should come from this keyword research, which is my fourth step, which should come from some external tools. Right now, they have researched that these are my top articles, and while they are ranking on top on Google, now it will go and do this research, right? What are the organic keywords along with the volume of searches that they are getting? This one, right? So I can see the volume, the difficulty level, the intent, right? The intent is something informational, navigational, commercial, right? If I just search best laptop to buy under 50,000, that's an intent of buying, right? Commercial intent. So all that knowledge, if you are a marketer, I think all the marketing folks inside this call can relate with me. But if you're not a marketer, I'm not a marketer by heart, but I have done for my startup. So I think that's what Funny was also trying to make a point, right? Journalists have to do everything. So I have done marketing. I have learned a lot of new things in the marketing space, and like what is SEO and all that stuff. But yeah, you got a point, right? That this is keyword research is not coming into my AI tool. So that's where we have a dedicated some tools which are only focusing on the SEO part of it, right? So I can select, I can proceed, right? Based on the difficulty level, I think this is what volume is high and the difficulty level is low. So it is a potential keyword for me to have in my blog, right? Onto my website. So now it is reading a lot of great articles, giving me the titles, right? Then it will give me a secondary keyword, all that stuff it will do, and finally, I get a lot of other keywords that I want to include, and I can make my entire blog post, right? It will take 5 to 10 minutes to generate it, right? I can select multiple keywords from here and click on continue, but I'll quickly show you so that we are not waiting for 10 minutes how it writes, right? So I'll show you one of the previous article. We have not many which we have generated. I think the one is best one on the energy drinks, which I personally loved it. Uh, right, this one. Right, so you will see once it is done, once it takes all the check marks, right? We were on the secondary keywords. Once it is done, you will see everything sorted coming from the internet. It has all the images, it has all the web links, right? That's what we needed in an article. All my backlinks should be there. So it's already there, my backlinks are there. Now it is just drafting a full-fledged. All the headings are also there, right? Headers are also important. So I can just have my this article written. Let's say you are launching a new product into the energy space, right? So sugar versus sweeteners, vitamins and supplements that your energy drink will be having, and I get my full-fledged article which I can now right. So the tool is Write Sonic, which is a freemium tool, not exactly free. It comes with some free plan and some paid. Great, right? So now I have a data crunching. The next bucket which we are looking data crunching and the AI part, right? How we can use AI for data analysis, and the tool which we are looking at is the numerous AI, because it is something which is I can use within the Excel or the Google Sheets, right? Both I can use. Simply, I can do a data analysis on ChatGPT also, right? I can upload my files and can do it, but the restriction is I sometimes the data is confidential. I cannot upload my data on ChatGPT, right? So there is a tool called Numerous AI which says that they maintain the privacy, they cannot read your data, and something you can use onto the sheet itself, right? So let me pull up any data set I have already and show you step by step how to do that. Right, so let me switch to the account. Perfect, right? So how to get this enabled into your application? I can go to the extension tab, click on add-ons, and simply select the get add-ons, search for numerous AI, and see if it is enabled. And once you are enabled, you are good to go with, right? So it is already installed for me. You click on install, it will open a sign-in page. You can sign it up. Again, it's a freemium tool. It's not completely free. You'll get some free credits. Evaluate the tool onto the free credits. If you feel that this is something you will be using on the day-to-day basis, you can go and buy the subscription, or else you can completely ignore it, right? If this is not required for you. So I can simply click on show the site slide bar, right? It will be here now as a chat GPT onto this screen, right? So it sometimes shows me error, but I'll try to fix it once I'll run it. It will work for me. So this is my data set, right? This is the Epigamia data set, which is an Amazon review, which I mean actual product review Amazon from the Amazon for the product Epigamia, which is a yogurt brand. And I have all these columns, right? Review, rating score, review description, right? Category URL. So, right, this is the formula which we have generated. So, this is the UI, right? What you can do is you can simply type in that I want, what do you want? You just describe as an English. I want to extract domain names from column L. Right? So it will go write a formula for you, read the formula in L, right? What kind of a links you have, and finally it will generate something like this, right? If you can see, it is generated by an AI equals to reg extract from the L1 HTTP and what are the possible, I mean, domain names, right? So it has already extracted Amazon in our case, but let's say I want to have, I mean, I have multiple, you can say multiple websites where I'm selling my product and I want this information out, it can extract. And you can extract addresses, you can extract names, anything from your column if you want to. So this is simply type in generate formula and it will generate for you. So you don't have to remember all the formulas. You can have an explanation. Plus you have these data options for sentiment classification and classification. And I have already done this for my sentiment column, and which is very easy to use now, right? If I click on this, you'll see again the UI of it, right? It is asking me, this is my original columns by the way, right? This is the original columns which customer has given the review. So what is my column name? I'll copy this, analyze the sentiment of the review description in my column N, right? This is N, and what I want to classify, I want to classify it into positive. I can make any categories, negative, and I'll make N small only so that it should be consistent. And I want something neutral also. Neutral, right? And I want to place my results in my this column, which is O2. Once you click on this, right, it will generate a formula for you, which is equals to NAI, which is numerous AI, right? Short form of numerous AI, and a plain vanilla instruction. Classify the sentiment of the review description present in N2 as one of the following: positive, negative, neutral. Right? So I think backend it is hitting the APIs of ChatGPT only, and now you know how you use Excel, right? I can just simply drag and drop, and it will predict for my new rows as well, right? So it will go back it and it will give you a prediction right now, right? So I got all my prediction live right now, and I can do it for all my columns. I just need to drag and drop. Right, will apply the formula for my new rows and get me this prediction, negative, positive, based on this sentiment classification. Right, so I can generate formulas, sentiment classification, or normal classification as well. Right, I think I have done. I'll quickly show you. All these are my columns, original columns. My review title, review URL. All these are my original columns which I have extracted from the Amazon via web scraping, and these are all my derived columns, which means I have created it. Right, so this I already showed you sentiment. What else I can do? Just think it off. What else I can do with this data? Right? If I am a working professional at data analyst at academia, I would be interested in knowing what kind of issues my customer are facing. Right? So I can just classify again my reviews into whether it's no issue, right? If a person is happy with my product, that I love the yogurt, I love the taste, or it's a product issue, quality issue, or it's a delivery issue, right? So I just want a three class classification so that I can send these cases to my department that who are working in the quality side should review this. Ones who are working on the delivery side should look at the delivery, and I can get how many reviews are falling in each bucket. Right? I can extract top five keywords. I mean, I can do whatever I can imagine with the text part of it. What all insights and analysis I can do, I can do within the Excel without me uploading this data onto the ChatGPT. Right? So one way is I can upload to ChatGPT and ask questions. That is also a valid way, right? I can go and upload simply an Excel file and ask questions and I'll get the answers. Right? So this is also you can do simple way. But if you want something to be excellent, more secure, not senior data, you can use if the data is confidential. Great, right? So numeracy is done. Now one more thing is we actually converted I mean we saw one use case where we inputted image and it has given us the description of that image. But can we make to read the data something, right? Or we can make the dashboard itself from the image that Claude can do in a best way, right? So another tool. So if you carefully look at we are using ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Perplexity, Grok, right? Claude. I have given you all the many tools which you can use on your day-to-day basis and which are freely available, right? They are freely with a lot of great usage. You can use Grok is free, right? Claude comes with few iterations free. ChatGPT is free for some time, for some conversation every day. All of that you can use. Right, so I can simply come paste the same image here, right? This is my image. Can you convert this into real time dashboard, right? I think I have been using Sonnet much better and I have seen response of Sonnet for this task actually a good. So I just select the Sonnet, but you can keep it default. So now it will take this as an inspiration and design a full-fledged dashboard for us end to end, right? It will take few minutes for doing that, but it is writing a code, but I can see the actual output once it is being rendered. And my job would be definitely once I get the code to take this and deploy it so that I can have a dashboard in my company running it. Right? So if I connect the real data, which is either in my Excel file or which is in my databases, I get the whole code done. I just need to integrate and my dashboard is ready. Right? So that's fast how you can make a dashboard. You don't have to spend your time in creation of the dashboard. You have to just spend on integrating with your real time data. That's it. Right? Aesthetics, how to create, which chart to choose, If you already have some inspiration, you can directly give as an input and it will create a dashboard for you. Right? You go to Google search, just search for best looking dashboard. You can get any inspiration and come download that image and upload it, and it will create a similar looking dashboard, right? I think it is already live, so I don't have to go to another tool. Let's complete this, right? So all my KPIs, aging analysis, and all my top KPIs which were shown, it's already there. All my charts, right? Now I can hover over to see it. Net working capital, I can see the trend, how it is happening, profit and loss, quick ratios, collection and something, right? So this is how it will be being rendered and visible, and this is my code, and this is my actual render once it is live. Right? So I can just see, and it's a phenomenal dashboard, which is very much similar to this kind of an application. And I can place it, right? I can once I have a full screen, I can place it in my keys. Perfect, right? So now this is also done. I think now some one element I think I talked about, right? The song which Fun played during the break, right? How to generate our own songs for the music or for the videos that we are creating. And we are using the free tool again, Suno.ai, right? I mean, I think 20 songs you can create for free in a day. So I think that's what it's all about. And you have to just describe what do you want? Let's say I'll describe a hackathon setup, or let's say what we are learning right now, right? So we have spent 3 hours in upskilling, right, and learning Gen AI. Now we are motivated to deep dive in AI. Right? I'm just taking a hypothetical scenario, deep dive in AI, and I can say create inspirational song with EDM here, right? I'm just taking EDM music or theme. Right, there are a lot of themes if you can see on the below side, right? You can have an pop song, dubstep beats. Let me take a dubstep beat, right, this time. I think EDM I already have a lot of, so I will show you. Dubstep beat is something for, let's say, hackathon, and we need some pumped music, right? Some high energy music, not a lo-fi types, right? Slow bass, you have electronic, driftphonic, all the categories of different type of music you want for your ads and all. Right, 1969, there will be a very slow kind of a music. So let me click on create button and see what kind of a beats it can generate for us. And there will be a customized song for you, which is totally AI generated, which you can use on your videos. You can download it and upload it on any platform like YouTube, right? And I'll tell you what are the business opportunities once we hear it, few of them. Then I'll come to the actual use cases. Let's hear one. Editing the indirect. He's on that. It's a rap song, right? I'll show you one the rap that we created.
सपनों को हम देंगे आकार कोटि की लहरें चमत्कार का खेल हर लाइन में छुपा है एक मेल हमसे हो पाएगा हम लहराएगा आसमां को छू लेंगे सोचा पाएगा हम
Great. So I hope you all got motivated, right, on this AI song that you can, every one of you can do it. So yeah, I mean, just wanted to share you the business opportunity side of things, how a lot of people are using, right, all these skills. So you have a lot of video generation tools, right? I showed you one quick response that we have generated via Sora, right? So now you can imagine an AI song coming at the back end of this music, right? So I can have a entire music generated from Suno AI, video from this, a quick 10 seconds or 15 20 seconds with the song and going live onto the YouTube, right? It has been uploaded to YouTube. I'm sharing this as my intro teaser for my video, right? So a lot of people are actually building this. People are creating their customized songs, their theme based brand songs, making stitching into their videos and uploading it to get the some of their clients as well, right? So that's a business opportunity, and my brother is into this industry of pre-production and post-production. So he's also now upskilling and using all these tools for generating these kind of videos and songs, right? So, I mean, creativity is something which we need to now unleash, right? Using these AI tools. And I think we have given all three, right? I started my session with text, I started my session with audio, right? And the three things text, audio, and image. We have done all three applications, and now you can see how AI is shaping all three, right? Suno.ai is falling under music or audio side of things. Text, we have used a lot of applications, and the image we have generated via Grok and via ChatGPT itself, right? So that's all what we have learned today, right? We started off. Now imagine where you were 3 hours back, right? When you were just knowing there is something AI, but now you have a clear-cut understanding what is AI, what are the three different data points where the AI is being generated or people are working on, how the five-step process works, the magic prompt formula, where the formula, I mean, where the prompting fits in the whole picture. Then you have where to choose reasoning model versus non-reasoning models, how you can use it to a better context, and then finally we saw one use case of image and video generation using that and the entire AI toolkit, right? Where we explored perplexity, where we explored Gemini for YouTube summarization and Gmail context, right? Gmail image generation. We have used Photos app and all that great stuff, right? Different types of models. And finally, we are at the end of our first session. So I hope everyone is feeling accomplished. So kudos to all of you. I'll hand over to Funny to take the session forward.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Divij. I absolutely love the responses that came in on the chat and to the reactions as well. Folks, I want to ask you all one thing. Did you know that generative AI got to this extent when you got started today in the morning? We only spent like 3 hours in the first session. This is just the first session of today. But drop in MB on the chat if your minds are blown with what you saw in this particular session. MB on the chat if your minds are blown. And we have a long, long, long way to go. We're going to go very deep into many of the things that you saw as well. This session was supposed to form the foundations for all of you. But Divesh, I'm sure people will have this question around, hey, there are so many AI tools. How can I keep myself updated? Or beyond of these 10 different AI tools that we showed them, if I want a specific AI tool, how could I get to know about that? Uh, okay, yeah.
Right. Perfect. I think my screen is visible, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I told I'll share you some secret sauce at the end. So that is, there is an AI for that. Exactly, this is the website name, right? There is an AI for that, and you already have these great 40,000 AI tools live, right? And for these many tasks. Now, let's say you have any problem, you can directly search for it, right? Like I was needing a tool for thumbnail generator, so I got thumbnail and I got it done, right? This is one way. Another is you go to this task section and find according to your tasks. right? And that will vary across amongst us. We all work on a different aspects, different professions. But yeah, now I can deep dive inside it and find, like, say, interior designing, right? I gave you this example. So if you are into interior designing, or I have an ask or need for interior designing, I can see what all tools are already there in the market, and I can see how AI, how they have built their product into this space, right? So it is, I would not say it's only a discoverable tool, it sometimes help you in getting to know what people have missed or where is an opportunity, right? I have used for this purpose, right? So me and my a few folks, right? We went on to see different categories, we saw some tools, and was thinking that where is the opportunity now it is being untouched, right? Is there any category where which is untouched? Or let's say within the category, is the tool solving all the purpose or there is a gap? So all analysis you can do, you can find the right tool for yourself, right? Just that don't go behind this mindset that I have to learn hundreds of tools. Or I have to just mention this in my portfolio. I know 100 plus tools, I know 200. Just think it of what problems you are solving, right? Accordingly, just decide which tool is best for you, right? There is no race of learning these many tools. Think it of, break down your entire routine or entire work into the buckets that, okay, I want to do this, both professional and personal, right? And I want to learn one or two tools in this space. And once you master it, I mean, you will automatically see how much time you are saving into your learning day to day, right? So this is the best website you can have it. There's an AI for that.
Yeah, and for all of the people who have been asking whether the prompts and the tools list will be shared, we will be sharing that by the end of tomorrow when we get to completion, right? But I think with that, we are at the end of session one. I've shared David's LinkedIn profile and also his YouTube channel on the chat. You should absolutely go ahead and connect with him so that you can ask any specific questions that you might have. And I've also put out a poll, and it would be great if all of you can give us feedback only on this particular session that we have had so far. But Divij, before we kind of go ahead and break for lunch, as everybody is getting started with their journeys in AI, if there is one advice that you would like to give everybody, what would that advice be?
Okay, so I always tell people that be in your curious mindset, right? The growth mindset. Don't be into your anxious mindset because there is a lot of, I mean, I know at the pace at which AI is growing, I myself get a lot of time anxious if you ask me, right? I am learning AI, I mean, doing this AI stuff from last 6 years, but this is growing in such a rapid pace that every one of us can feel that we are leaving behind. But the only thing I want or I do for myself is, okay, there is something new, I go and read about it, I learn about it. I have that growth and learning mindset, so you can also learn, right? It's just in technology which all of us have to, I would say strongly have to learn about it, right? Because the future is AI, that I think you have already got a gist of it. And if someone is still in the denial or ignorant phase, I mean, in next 2 3 years, you'll see the entire shift that AI will be taking or becoming the part of our how we work, right? So I think you should have a growth mindset, and you will be able to learn. And I mean, I will keep on sharing a few posts on my LinkedIn, on YouTube, so you can stay connected. And that's the learning journey where it begins.
So it all boils down to how curious someone is. Wonderful, wonderful. Folks, I hope you have written that down in your notebook. Curiosity is what will take you forward. And what we will try to do over today and tomorrow, which we have already gotten started with, is to spark that curiosity within you. But thank you so much, Divij, for spending your Saturday morning with our community and everyone gets started with AI. I will take it forward from here.
Amazing. I wish all the every one of you all the best for your another sessions, and have a blasting weekend, AI enthusiastic ones.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. All right, folks. So with that, we come to the end of session one. We are going to be taking a lunch break right now. But before we go into the lunch break, I wanted to show you all a glimpse of what will be happening after the lunch break, right? So we will be going for a lunch break till 2 p.m. IST. It's about 1:10 p.m. IST right now. So all of us have about 50 minutes of lunch break that we would be taking. And the next session is going to be on AI storytelling and video creation. And this video creation is not just going to be text to video, but you will actually learn about diffusion models, right? Because until now, in today's session, everything that we saw was around text models. We saw, how ChatGPT works. We saw what reasoning models are. We got a glimpse of ChatGPT being able to generate images, but we only generated flyers, right? What if you were to go ahead and create a marketing ad? What if you were to go ahead and create a movie teaser? How can you do that with AI? You can very well do that with something called as diffusion models, and that is what we will be tracking in the next session. And in fact, the person who is coming in to teach you diffusion models is Shantanu, who has been a director, a producer, he has been a cinematographer all throughout until diffusion models came into the picture, right? So I'm sure all of you would have seen, a lot of movies on Netflix and Amazon Prime. A lot of Bollywood movies, they have been produced by Shantanu and his team. Movies like Uri, I'm sure a lot of people here would have seen that. All these movies have been produced by Shantanu and his team, but today they have pivoted and they have started a separate vertical where they are focusing on creating movies all with AI. And that is what you will all be seeing. And I would like to show you a quick teaser of something that I had, built out some time back. Would you all want to see a quick video to get a glimpse of what is possible? Drop in yes on the chat if you want to get a quick glimpse of what kind of stuff you can absolutely go ahead and create with AI. Yeah? Wonderful. Let me play this very, very short video for all of you. Yeah, yeah. Wait a minute, yeah, how you living? 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a bitch step off. Coming from the thoughts. God knows she gon' get the most than the guitar. Straight temper, got the nigga like us. Pushing controversy, got that money you can measure. Right center. So that was just a small teaser of a spec ad that I personally was working on. And it's about Jaguar, as all of you could see. But the only difference is that I did not have a camera in my hand. Neither did I have a Jaguar car to run behind to get those shots. All of those images and images transition to videos, all of that was completely AI generated. Only the song that was used as the background song here was not AI generated, but everything else was AI generated, right? Drop in MD on the chat if that is mind blowing for you to get a sense that this is what we can really do with our laptops today. And this is what we will be showing you after the lunch break. So we will all get back by 2 p.m. IST. Now, before we go to the lunch break, a lot of you had asked me about the LinkedIn boosting activity that we had done during the short break that Divij gave us, right? And a lot of you told me during the break, or right after the break, that you had gone for a cup of water, and then I showed the LinkedIn activity to people, and a lot of people missed out. So let me go ahead and share this link once again on the chat. If you are active on LinkedIn, you could go ahead and announce on LinkedIn that, hey, I am spending 16 hours this weekend learning generative AI, and that is going to open up a lot of connections, lot of thoughts for you with people reaching out to you, asking you what you are learning, what you have learned, and this will spark AI conversations for you, right? A lot of people have done this in the past. I will show you, some of those posts and how well they have done as well. But all that you need to do is click on the link of this tool, right? We have made it very simple for you to go ahead and do this and activate your LinkedIn profiles. So this is a tool that has been built by AI, which has an AI model running in the backend. And it is one of the OpenAI models that powers this entire tool. And tomorrow in the advanced session, we will actually go ahead and learn how we can build tools like these ourselves. But you go ahead, click on upload your photo, pull out a picture of yourself from your desktop. Give me a second while I try to do that. Alright, I have my picture right here. I upload my picture, I can go ahead and upload and enter my name, my job role, which is I am an AI strategist at OutSkills, and the community excites me the most. And I click on generate LinkedIn post and image, and it is going to go ahead and generate the entire LinkedIn post for you. This is what I was talking about during the mini break that Divish had given us. So if you missed out on this activity, you can go ahead and do it right now by accessing the link that I've shared on the chat box. So the LinkedIn post is generated along with a very, very nice image because image posts get a lot of reach on LinkedIn. So you copy this text, you download the image, you go to your LinkedIn profile, and you can go ahead and make a post live from here, right? Now, let me actually show you what really happens when people make posts like this, right? So if I have to show you a post that I had made previously, you will be able to see that this post has gotten over 26,000 impressions, man. I see it with almost 700 likes, and a lot of people reaching out to me asking me what I learned and what this event is all about, right? There are many people who go ahead and do this. There's a different creative that this person has gone ahead and used. Let me show you, a few more. Look at this. You can very well go ahead and connect with these people, right? And when you see these posts, do give them a like and wish them all the best so that they can go ahead and complete it as well. So go ahead and do that during your lunch break. This is going to help you activate your LinkedIn profiles if they are not already activated. And there's one other exciting thing that I want to announce before everyone breaks for lunch, right? I see that some of the people have already dropped off for lunch, but I have one other thing that I quickly wanted to talk about, which is something exciting that we are doing, right? You see, a lot of people have been referring a lot of their friends, a lot of their colleagues into this AI mastermind. And until now, it was purely organic word of mouth, right? People were having a great experience, they were learning a lot, so they were going ahead and sharing the word with their friends, with their family members, with their colleagues, and everybody else. And we said, okay, that is great that people are doing it because it really helps us in reaching the larger vision that we have, which is to get to 100 million plus people all across the globe. And to be able to do that ourselves, it's very difficult because there's a lot of marketing cost involved. There's a lot of operations involved and everything around it. So every time you put out a word about what we are doing at OutSkill with the AI Mastermind, it is going to be truly helpful for the larger ecosystem of the globe. Right? Everybody has to learn AI, and we are trying to do a thing or two for that. Now, while everybody was anyway going ahead and referring their friends, family members, colleagues, and everyone around them, we decided that from this batch onwards, we would launch something through which, for people who are going ahead and putting this word out, we can also go ahead and give a reward, right? So, what is it that we did? Instead of getting people to refer absolutely for free, we said we will actually give people an award for going ahead and talking about the AI mastermind, right? And what did we do? We went ahead and launched a generative AI mastermind challenge, right? And just opening that at this point of time, I will share this link very, very soon on the chat box. But once you go into this link, you will be taken into this challenge, which is the Gen AI challenge, where you can go ahead and sign up, enter your name here, enter your email address over here, and once you enter these details, you can go ahead and join the challenge. Now, what is the challenge? It is very simple and it's not mandatory for you to participate in this challenge at all. This is only for those people who want to go ahead and spread that awareness about why it is important to learn AI and how people can learn AI. And if you are doing that, we will go ahead and reward you for every point that you can get. Right? So what basically happens is on this referral dashboard, when you copy this particular link, which is going to be unique for you, you can go ahead and copy this and you can share it with your friends, your family members, your colleagues. And for every referral that you bring in, or for every person that gets to know about this mastermind through you, you get 100 points. And you see that there is a leaderboard as well. This leaderboard gets updated real time. And the person who is on top of this leaderboard in the next 11 days will be getting a prize from us. And everybody else who goes ahead and participates in this particular challenge, they will be getting consolation prizes as well, which are all learning resources that you can get access to. And the way this works is everybody who goes ahead and signs up into this challenge and refers at least one person, their profiles get activated, we have their details, and we will be sending out an AI learning package absolutely for free because you're going ahead and spreading the word and helping us reach our larger vision, right? So you can go ahead and absolutely participate in this. On that note, let me go ahead and share the link of this challenge. You can absolutely go ahead and participate in it right now. It's invites.outskill.com, and when you scroll down, you will also find options to go ahead and put this out on LinkedIn, or an option for you to go ahead and share it on WhatsApp. You can either share it on your college WhatsApp groups or your official WhatsApp groups that you have with your colleagues. If you have a WhatsApp group with your gated community members or your housing society, you can go ahead and share it there as well. All that this will do is to spark conversations for you, and it will help us get to our larger vision in a much shorter period of time, right? So you can simply copy these templates that we have already put in, and you can go ahead and paste it in those channels, and it pulls your specific referral link as well. So the more points you get, the more will be the awards that you will all be getting access to. So that is something that I quickly wanted to announce in your lunch break itself. But on that note, I will go ahead and give everyone lunch break till 2 p.m. IST, right? This is your time. We are going to be on the call itself. We are not dropping off. So in case you need to plug in your devices, you can go ahead and charge them during this time. Put your mobile phone on charge or put your laptop on charge. Do not drop off the call. Even if you have to drop off, join back by 1:55 p.m. IST because the session will get started exactly at 2 p.m. IST, right? So I'm going to put the timer to 35 minutes right now, and all of us will be back as the timer hits 0. Is that clear? Give me a thumbs up as a reaction if you are clear about. Let me turn the reactions on. Give me a second. Yeah, the reactions are on. Can you all give me a thumbs up if you're clear? Oh, I like the sparkles that are coming in on my screen. Wonderful, wonderful. And people who have been asking why the chat box is turned on and off multiple times, that is just from our end, something that we are doing so that people don't get to spam on the chat box, right? So please go ahead, have your lunch right now, come back by 1:55 p.m. IST. We will get started exactly at 2 p.m. IST, and until then, I will play some music in this